Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hasn't Motorsport YouTube channel. So we're looking at the reaction video for the 2005 Spanish Grand Prix sprint race. So let's get straight into it. First off the bat, there was a big incident with the three leaders. You had Tramnitz, you had Belinsky, and you had what's his name, Stenshorn, all going into the first corner, relatively alongside each other. I mean, Stenshorn braked very late and earned that corner. So he kind of had the rights to it, and Tramnitz up the inside of the second corner. I don't think he got very. I don't think he got far enough alongside to have any rights to that corner. So Stenshorn went through there. He hit Stenshorn's back wheel, which put him into Belinsky, giving Tramnitz a puncture, and ultimately all three of them retired straight away. I can see Tramnitz getting a penalty for this. And it's not his fault. He's very unlucky to be in that situation. You have three cars trying to go into one. It's Stenshorn's line. He owns that corner. Belinsky's just trying to keep it safe on the outside. He's not trying to fight for anything. He's just like, yeah, I have third, that's fine. Let's just settle down. That's not what happened. Stenshorn got hit by Tramnitz and pushed into the corner. And I can see Tramnitz getting a penalty for the feature race for this. It's a bit rough because Tramnitz is due to start, I think it's 10th. So it's going to ruin Tramnitz's race weekend for it, I think, because he'll go down to like at least 13th, which is out of the points, and he'll have some interesting strategy to work his way back up. Either way, there was another incident at the start. Tappinen stalled on the line, couldn't get off very well, and Kamara was an unlucky driver coming back through and just heading him out of nowhere. I mean, like, where was he looking? Like, was he looking backwards to the side? Because he had a clear 3-second interval between seeing the slow Toponen and crashing into the back of the slow Toponen, which meant and then both go out the race. So it's an interesting one, which has now caused, I think it's like 6 out of the top 10 to have been retired. You had Kamara, Tramnitz, Toponen, Belinsky, and Stenshorn all in the top 10 of the standings, all retiring. And you also had, later in the race, Schomstead retiring with a puncture. So it's a weird one. It's kind of helped Solov and Ramos and Boyer kind of catch up a little bit, because I think Ramos is having a very, very underrated season so far. He's either on it, or off it. He's got a sprint race win, a feature race win, and now a sprint race second place, and no other points. So he's doing well. He's doing very well, the old Mexican guy. So it's nice to have a Perez regen in the house. Either way, Solov, though, great race, working his way up from, I think it was P11 on the grid to finish in third, which just shows that he has got pace in that Campos car. He's doing bits, and he's going to probably be the favourite, in my opinion, for the race. Since Kamara is going to lack that kind of race experience, having been retired early in the race, early in the sprint race, having not much practice running. I know that what they had in practice at the start of the season, but that's not really comparable to the conditions now, with the F2 or the F1 cars, F3 cars, F2 cars all on track, ramping it up. It's going to have a lot more grip. And Solov will know those conditions better, having race on them. So hopefully, well, not hopefully, but in my opinion, I can see Kamara struggling to get a podium in this race just because of the lack of experience at this track right now. Other notable finishers were Van Hoopen. He had a good race. Apart from obviously Toponen, the ARTs they were going well. So hopefully they can bring that into the feature race. Ivan Dominguez gets his first points of the season, winning. I think he obviously scooped up the points, starting in fourth, taking out the front three being taken out. He kind of opens up the door for him, and he held that place. He had a bit of pressure from Stromstead coming back at him in the last couple laps, but he dealt with it fine. He was just like, I'm just going to keep my cool, and Stromstead made the error, and he pushed on to get a 1-2 with his team. So, yeah, overall an interesting race, but I think it's tighten up the pack a bit, Because I think with Kamara doing so well in the first couple races, it's nice to have a bit more competition, and Solov seems to be bringing his experience with him. Solov's actually younger than Kamara, which is very interesting because Sol's been in the series now. I think this is his fourth or third year in the series. I think maybe his fourth. Kamara's a rookie, but I think he's like 20. I think Solov's only like 17, 18, 19. So it's very interesting nonetheless. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you like this kind of reaction videos, let me know down in the comments, and please subscribe. Peace.